Ability of corn production by developing and maintaining markets for corn and corn products. For a free podcast of our reports, go to hometownillinoisradio.com.
WTIM. Good morning, Central Illinois, and welcome to the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. The show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Reed Kamai, and we continue with National FFA Week. And all week, we've been talking to some of the local FFA chapters and hearing about all the great things going on over there. And we've got more of that for you today, and I think we should have ourselves a 3-for-3 day when it comes to live interviews, and I'm happy about that. And we're going to start with Morrisonville, and we've got a couple of the FFA chapter officers who have made the trip here to Taylorville in exchange for our doing so a little bit earlier this month as part of the high school road tour. I don't think it was in exchange. I think they were going to do it anyway. But I'm going to introduce each of them from my right to my left, so you can put a voice to a name, which I think will be helpful here. We start with Vice President of the chapter and also Sectional Officer, which I think we'll be talking about in a little bit later, Adelaide Dunkirk. Adelaide, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Yes, it's good to have you in. And then in the middle, we have a reporter for the chapter, Ava Walton. Ava, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Yes, and then all the way to our left, we have the chapter president, Ryan Deerdorf. Ryan, thank you for coming on too.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, and it's I sort of jokingly say a long time no see to the latter two, because they were present as well as part of the high school road tour. So nice to have you back on our airwaves. First off, what year are each of you in school?
I am currently a senior at Morrisonville High School.
I'm currently a junior at Morrisonville.
And I'm also a junior.
Okay, so we've got a senior and a couple of juniors as well. So we'll mix up there of the grades, but that works out. And then when were you each elected into your current positions?
Last April, I was elected into presidency.
I was also elected last April.
Same here.
Okay, so you were all elected in April. Now, did you hold the positions prior to that as well?
Previously, I was the reporter for our chapter.
Okay.
I was our chapter's treasurer before that.
No, I was the secretary.
Okay, so a lot of different positions. Oh, I imagine that having had those positions before, it probably helped you with, the transition into your current roles. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm getting a lot of knowledge for those of you listening on the radio. So that's good. And I would imagine just having a variety of different roles probably helps you just see how the rest of the chapter functions and how the rest of the, the leadership functions as well. Would you say that that's helped as well for what you're doing currently?
Yes, personally, I think holding the responsibility of being the reporter also allowed me to see all the different stuff we get to do, which it helped me develop the love for our chapter.
Nice. Anyone else for anything?
I think that being able to experience other officer roles helps, so that whenever younger members like sophomores get elected into office, we can kind of help guide them into what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, I agree with both of them on that.
Yeah, yeah, just taking their answers. No, I like that. So, okay, so you've had all those different roles. Talk about what you each do in your current roles as president, reporter, and vice president, respectively. Ryan, we'll start with you.
As president, I am in charge of planning activities. We have set up multiple fundraisers, a pork patty fundraiser that had raised around $1,200 in November, and that was pretty successful. And we're also currently planning our FFA week that we're holding in April, so that will be fun.
So FFA week, so that's separate from National FFA week?
Yes, we decided to hold it in April because it will be a little warmer, and we have our annual petting zoo that we do at the school and kind of invites our community to experience the stuff we do in our chapter as well.
Yeah, April's probably a better time for the petting zoo.
Yes.
Ava, what about you? What do you do
As
as
a
a reporter?
reporter, I show our community what we do in our chapter, and I also show different events we do.
As vice president, I kind of help, in my opinion, I feel like I kind of help everyone. And a big part of my role is being able to take place as president whenever Ryan's gone. So that's my main goal, is to help.
Okay, so working with everyone else behind the scenes too. So And now I know, Ryan, you were talking about the FFA week events you've got coming up. Anything else that is going to be, significant in your roles for the rest of the academic year?
Specifically with FFA week?
With FFA or with anything that you folks in the chapter are going on that you'll be involved in your role?
We have our chapter banquet coming up in the end of April, which takes a lot of planning as well.
Okay, so you've got the banquet. Anything for the two of you?
Soon in our school, we have like a big carnival where like all of the organizations through our school kind of have little booths, and then we have like all the little kids of the community can come. So that's like a really big school event, and I think we're having like a few booths set up. So that's like something to look forward to.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun showing what you folks do to the small community that is Morrisonville. If you get it, decent turnout, it must feel like a really big impact.
Yes, it is a big impact.
Yeah, no, that's lovely. And then, Ava, anything else from you on what you'll be doing kind of the rest of the year?
One thing we do during FFA week is our pancake breakfast, and that's a big thing that gets our community involved in our chapter.
Okay, so you got the pancake breakfast. I think you might have spoken about that last time, which is fine, but it was just ringing a bell to me. That's all. So nice. So you got a lot going on the rest of the academic year, and then let's sort of zoom out a little bit. Talk a bit about what being an FFA member at Morrisonville High School means to each of you.
I think being an FFA member means, or it allows us to expand a little bit. I feel like FFA is very different when it comes to all the other organizations and small clubs or activities our high school gives us. FFA gives us a chance to go out of our comfort zones and just learn hands-on, and I like that.
Yeah, talk a little more about what about the FFA allows you to do that compared to maybe some other groups.
Well, FFA allows each student to have an SAE, and personally mine is poultry production, where I get to grow my chickens and sell my eggs, which allows me to learn hands-on and just trial and error and develop my poultry production business.
Awesome. So Ava, what about you? What does being in the FFA mean to you?
FFA has helped a lot. It's helped a lot with communication and leadership skills, and I think that's a really important thing to have, even after not things like involved with FFA. So that's helped a lot.
Being an FFA means a lot to me because I feel like it's giving me a community of people who have the same values and passion for agriculture that I do. It's also shown me so much. Like, usually when you think about agriculture, you think it's all just like farming and stuff like that. But this year, like, I tried something new and I did ag sales, and I found out that like I loved it way more than I thought I would. And it showed me like a bigger aspect of like the business side that agriculture has to offer. So it's really nice because it shows students that there is like way more to agriculture than like what you would originally think there is.
Yeah, there sure is. And, with the business side of it, obviously you got to sell what it is you make. So that's part of it. And then you talked about the community feel about it as well. And again, it just makes me think of how small Morrisonville is. Something I personally am not really used to. So, that must feel, really valuable, right? To have those people around.
It does.
With, how few people there are. So, I would imagine you folks will be looking, for your next set of members. How do you pitch FFA to those potential new members, to try to get them to join?
We advertise all the activities we do, and we show them that it's another organization that is very excited to have them be a part of.
Yeah, no, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. Anything you two want to add to that?
I do know that in FFA we do have like members that are called like discovery members, and those are like 8th grade or like junior high members. So it kind of is good because it allows them to like go to events as like an 8th grader and get kind of like a feel for things to see if they would like it in high school. And I think that's really nice because I feel like a lot of kids get really excited to go like with their friends and go like have fun experiences.
Yeah, yeah, in agreement there. No, that's interesting. Discovery members, it's kind of, you think of it as like, the first step to then getting into the FFA, and I would imagine it really helps them, well, with a lot of things, right? One, with like getting comfortable with the environment, kind of what it's like, And then also just kind of showing them, right, what they can get involved in. Is that sound about accurate?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So no, that is really cool that you folks are able to do that. I'll tell you what. Why don't we take a break, and when we come back, I'd love to hear a little more about what else is planned for the rest of the year, and maybe as well for the three of you. I'm talking right now with three officers at the Morrisonville High School FFA chapter: President Ryan Deerdorf, reporter Ava Walton, and Vice President Adelaide Dunkirk. And we'll continue that conversation after this break right here on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station.
Your information station. WTIM.
This is Darian Norville with Central Commodity FS bringing you What's Next. And here at FS, we believe that is supporting agriculture's bright future. So happy National FFA Week to all past, present, and future agriculture professionals whose success sprouted from their local chapter. Best wishes from your proud supporters at Central Commodity Farmers Supply Company.
The agricultural industry is facing challenging times. Just like your family, we've been through good times and bad. Hello, I'm James Kirk, Vice President at First National Bank in Taylorville, just west of the Taylorville Square. For nearly 70 years, we've been here to provide banking and loan solutions for Christian County farmers. We will weather the storm as we have for almost 7 generations. Let us be your partner for the next season. We are First National Bank in Taylorville, first every time, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This winter, your to-do list should include hot cocoa, and that's about it. No planning for repairs, no worrying about upkeep, and absolutely no hassle. Because winters in Illinois can be unforgiving with cutting winds, fast falling snow, and driveways that are never quite clear. But at Hickory Point Garden Homes, snow removal, icy driveways, and winter wear and tear are already handled. So you're not braving the cold just to get out the door. If you're ready for a winter that feels easier, see Hickory Point Garden Homes by scheduling a tour today. Click on their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com today.
Find out all the great things happening in the Pana area on the WTIM Pana Morning Show, Tuesdays from 8:40 till 10. You'll hear interviews with Pana area community, nonprofit, and business leaders each week. The WTIM Pana Morning Show is brought to you by these sponsors:
Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Bob Riding's Pana, and Okanee Chop Shop.
The FFA plays an instrumental role in training America's young people. The young men and women in FFA are learning to think analytically, to solve problems creatively and efficiently, to find new and better ways to reach their goals.
Today and every day in 2026, we salute the FFA and our local FFA members and volunteers.
Hennings Equipment and Assumption Online, offering inspections, rebuilds, or technology upgrades for your planter this spring.
The Illinois Corn Checkoff is proud to support Illinois FFA, providing meaningful experiences to apply their agricultural education in ways that impact our industry. From meetings with high-ranking officials to the vehicles that get them from point A to point B, the Corn Checkoff is investing in our future. Learn more about our strategic work to grow the next generation at ilcorn.org. That's ilcorn.org.
WTIM. Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. The show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Reed Cama, and I continue my conversation this morning with officers of the Morrisonville High School FFA chapter, including President Ryan Deerdorf, reporter Ava Walton, and Vice President Adelaide Dunkirk, who the latter of whom, by the way, actually also serves as a sectional officer. And I'd love to hear about what that entails and what you do there.
Mm-hmm. So I am currently serving as the Section 19 Vice President, and I was elected back in April, so the time is kind of coming to an end. But it has been a really fun year, and I feel like I've learned a lot because a lot of it has to do with traveling to other schools in our section, which a lot of the schools are more down south, and then helping with events. So like last night we just had our poultry contest. So I went to Nokomis last night and I helped kind of like guide kids, teach them how to do their Scantrons, help with the scoring, and just kind of like, it's been really good to be able to meet new people. I've met so many people and I've made so many new friends, and it has really taught me like how much like it's taught me a lot about connections and how much the connections like really can make something small and make it like 10 times bigger than it like you ever think it could be.
No, that's cool. And getting to visit other schools and talk with a lot of other folks, which, again, coming from Morrisonville,
Mhm.
very small
Yes.
population, it's probably a change, but you get to experience that. So
Mhm.
no, happy for you that you get to experience that. You folks have a busy schedule. You've got a lot of events going on that we were talking about during the break. You mentioned WCFA. Who wants to talk more about what that is?
Yes, next Friday, March 6th, we will participate in WCFA, and it's where women go down and we talk about what we can do to be more active in FFA, and it allows us to really just ensure that we are very what am I trying to say here? We are very active in FFA, and we are a big part of FFA, and we are important to the organization. So that just tells us how.
No, it's okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. No, I appreciate the summary there and hearing what that's all about. So you said that's next week, Friday?
Yes.
And then where is this?
Yes, it's in Bloomington.
Okay, Bloomington. All right. So so you were making the trip south earlier and then north for that. And then we were also talking a little bit about Ag Legislative Day. Talk about what's expected there.
So Ag Legislative Day is when a lot of the FFA chapters from around the state, we go to the Capitol in Springfield, and we go around and we talk to different like legislators, and we hand out baskets to some of the higher up people. And I just think it's really fun to see like how much like the not higher ups, but like the important people in our state want to see us succeed. And it's really nice to see their passion for supporting the agriculture and like really like helping the youth grow.
Yeah, and with how important it is in Illinois, they certainly play their part there. Now, let's see, we've got just about 2 minutes left. I'd love to know from each of you what your future plans are once you graduate from high school.
Next fall, I will attend SIUE, where I am going to get my master's in biological sciences.
Okay, exciting.
I currently do not know what I want to do, but I do know I want to attend a college or university after high school.
So I'm not fully sure, but so like as of right now, my plans are going to a university and getting a degree in broadcasting.
Broadcasting. All right. So you're gonna succeed me.
Yep.
All right.
That's the goal.
Yep. No, make note of that. Make note of that. Heart Media Group. All right. So let's see. We've got some plans there, and then I'd love to hear from each of you with about 90 seconds left. How you're being in your officer role in the chapter, or just being in the chapter in general. How's that going to help you in those future plans as you go on to whatever's next?
My presidency role has given me great leadership skills with communication and teamwork skills as well, and I can take that into my future.
Like I said earlier, FFA has really helped me to learn leadership and communication skills, and that's a really important thing to have after, like, when you work too.
Having officer positions, but just overall being an FFA in general has taught me the importance of communications, having a community, supporting agriculture, but most of all, it's taught me confidence, and it's taught me that like I am worth something, and that like I can do whatever I like want if I set my mind to it.
No, that's awesome to hear. And I always love hearing about how the organization helps folks get involved with that. We're into the final minute. I may have missed this. When's that Ag Legislative Day happening again? Do we know?
Ag Legislative Day is held at the end of March.
Okay, end of March. All right. So you've got that to look forward to. That's coming up in March. Well, I've just been speaking with Ryan Deerdorf, president of the Morrisonville High School FFA chapter, Ava Walton, the reporter in said chapter, and Adelaide Dunkirk, vice president of that chapter as well. Thank you three for coming on this morning.
Thank
you
you
for
for
having
having
us.
Yes, no, it was a pleasure to have you on. Stay tuned. We'll talk to some other chapters in our next hour here on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. Don't go anywhere. We'll have that coming up for you soon.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.1 FM Taylorville. 107.